Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Fabrice Iranzi and this is RegionWeek. Today, I'm very happy to welcome someone special. You may know her, but I will go far and ask her to introduce herself. Would you mind please introduce yourself?
Thank you very much, Fabrice. My name is Ishimwe Gloire. I'm 22 years old and I'm a very proud Burundian woman with a vision of empowering people, especially women, in leadership, entrepreneurship and patriotism domain. At home we are five. We have 5 kids, 5 children. We used to be 7, but 2 have already passed away. And I was raised up by my mom because my dad died in 2007. I was 7 years old. In real life, I do different activities. First of all, I'm a student at International Leadership University in marketing domain. I'm a master ceremony in different shows. I do voiceovers and publicity as well. On top of that, I'm the owner of the company called Amagajo. And I was privileged and honored to hold the title of the second runner-up in Miss Burundi competition. So now you can call me Miss. Thank you.
Can you please share with us what are the 3 main lessons that you learned from Miss Burundi?
First of all, Miss Burundi is a good platform. We learn a lot in Miss Burundi. You learn a very lot of things, but 3 main things that I've left with. First of all is that when you are Miss Burundi or when you participate in such competition, you become a voice of different people, a lot of people. Before I used to do different activities, but I was reaching a small number of people. But for now, I'm the second runner-up out of Miss Burundi. When there is Burundi, there is a whole population. There is 12 millions of people. There is a really whole population. So Miss Burundi gives you a platform of reaching a lot of people, of being the voice of people who cannot reach where you are reaching. It's really a good platform. And secondly, in Miss Burundi, I learned public speaking, because when you are expressing your ideas or when you want to present your project, you need to do it in presence of a whole people, in presence of a lot of people, a great audience. I remember in the final competition, when I reached the stage, I was like, God, those people came to listen to me. So there were a lot of people, hundreds of people. So it gives you the ability to speak in front of people, to have a good public speaking. And it's really amazing because it doesn't just help you in Miss Burundi competition, but it even helps you in your real life, outside of this competition, outside of the country. It's really a good experience. And the third thing that I learned is to live with others, because in Burundi we have a diverse of people who come to compete, and you need to live with them because we are different. We have extroverts, we have introverts. You need to know how to speak with those people, how to interact with them, how to consider their ideas, because when we are sharing ideas, there is the ideas conflict. For instance, you need your idea to be considered and another person is having another idea. So how to listen to others, how to, to be together with that diversity is really an amazing experience. Yeah, those are the top 3 lessons that I learned in Miss Burundi.
There is this sad event that we heard about, that you lost one of your sisters. Would you mind share with us how this event have impacted the work you were doing with Miss Burundi then?
Thank you very much for the question. I guess the fact of losing my little sister, it was an awful, a sore and vexed moment that I've ever experienced in my whole life. I remember I got that news, that information, one day before the final competition, and I cried out loud. Normally, I'm a kind of person that doesn't I'm not really used to express my emotions in front of people, I'm that kind of person that like to cry when I'm just alone, not in front of people. But at that day, I cried I make such noise that even, I remember I was in the second or third floor, but even the people who were down were hearing that cry. Was really, I was painful. It was a painful moment, and it has impacted, I would say, positively, because I had that courage of carrying on doing it till the end. When I got that information, I thought that I was going to give up, because normally it was not normal to go present your project, go in front of people, smile, because in traditional dances I needed to smile. I was in front of everyone, so it was really an awful moment, and it impacted positively because I had that determination of finishing what I have started before. So I carried on doing that till the end, and thanks to God, God gave me strength to do it. God gave me strength and the ability to present my project well, to make the catwalk well, to smile, to dance. All went well, and thanks to God, I was the second runner-up. What if I gave up before? I couldn't be who I am today. And now I'm inspiring a lot of people, because I remember that day I got a lot of messages from different people telling me that I inspired them, because in life we have excuses. We have excuses to not do what we are supposed to do. And excuses are everywhere. When you start to do something, when you start a business, when you go at school, there is no guarantee that you are going to succeed. When you start a business, there's no guarantee that you're going to succeed. So excuses are everywhere, but we need to go over those excuses and do what we are supposed to do. So I'm really, I would say that I'm proud of myself, because I inspired a lot of people. Until now, I keep on receiving calls and messages from different people telling me that I have inspired them, that they are doing things they have gave up before. So it was, even if it was sad, it was a good experience to me.
Who inspired you?
Thank you very much for the question. And what inspired me, who inspired me, I have a lot of people who inspire me, but I would say that my mom is the number one person that inspired me, because of how she handles activities. As I said, I don't know that I said it, but I was raised by my mom only. She was the only person who raised up. We were 6 at home, and she was responsible. She could do a lot of things at the same time, handle a lot of activities, know when is the time to pay school fees, when is the time to go at school, when is the time to go at church. So it's the way she was handling activities that really inspired me to be who I am today, because I'm like, what kind of mom I want to be in, let's say 15, 10, you know. So yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. And there is this question that is bubbling in my mind. I would like to know, there is a challenge that everyone faces when starting a business. That kind of fear that comes, you don't know where you're going to find clients, you don't know if this, how have you managed to overcome fear?
Thank you very much. I guess fear is normal. Everyone is fearing about something. At some point you fear to lose, you fear to fail, but don't fear failure, and you need to overcome it. As you're saying, it's normal when you're starting a business, even when you are going to school, because nothing is guaranteed. When you begin to study, there is no guarantee that you're going to succeed. When you begin a business, there is no guarantee that you are going to succeed. I mean, fear is normal and it's everywhere, but you need to overcome it. You need to go beyond your fear, and then, you know, be determined about what you're doing.
Wonderful, wonderful. And please tell us a little bit about your company.
Trying to speak a little bit about my company. My company is a hostess company. We usher people in some events. We do publicities for different organizations. We prepare events for some people, because there are some people who be like, I have what is needed, I have money, I have all that is needed, but I don't have time to prepare my events. So we are here to help them to prepare those events, to help them to do those publicities, to welcome and usher the special guests in those activities, in those events. So that idea came into my mind because there was no company in Burundi that could offer such services, and I was like, why not to begin with such company in Burundi? So the idea came into my mind, and then I put it into actions in 2020, and it was amazing. It was wonderful. People welcomed it with a lot of joy, encouraged me a lot. Even though it was challenging, it was a good experience so far. And at this company, I'm not working alone. I work with other 5 girls. We are six shareholders, and I work with beautiful and amazing girls. We are called Abigeme Magajo. They are just special. Yeah.
Speaking about Burundi, what does Burundi mean to you?
As people used to say that Burundi is the heart of Africa, I would say that Burundi is the part of my heart as well. And in the heart, according to the statistics, per minute there is 60 to 100 beats, that just beats in the heart. I would say that I really think about Burundi a lot. Per minute, it's like 60 to 100 beats. It's always beating in my heart, like, what am I giving to this country? How am I contributing to the development of Burundians, especially women? In 10 to 15 years to come, what will I give to this country? What will I bequeath to the generations to come? So I'm just always think about Burundi, think about what I can give. It's like a heartbeat, you know. Yeah.
What are the great challenges that do you see here in Burundi?
The great challenges that I see in Burundi is the mindset of people. We still have the lower and not really creative mindset. Let's say, for instance, when I began my company, people were having the prejudice and different thoughts about what we were doing. Like, people were like, no, they're selling their bodies, no, they're doing this, you know. Each and every person interprets on her own way. So we need to change our mindset. We need to cope up with the development, the globalization. We need to know that other countries were developed because of this or that. We need to be global and go international. We need to change the way we think. That's the most challenging thing that I see in Burundi.
What is the craziest dream that you have?
Thank you. The craziest dream that I have is that I need to empower 100,000 people in 30 years to come. I need to empower people, especially women, as I said before. I need to empower them in physics, in morals, in terms of spirit, in terms of changing of mindset, in terms of starting their businesses. I really need to help them in so many different areas. 100,000 people.
There are challenges for Burundian women that we see every day. What are those challenges, and what can be done about these challenges?
Oh, thank you very much. I guess the first challenge that we face as women is that in this society we still have sometimes you are still discriminated against, because you may start something and you may be willing to do something, and this society tells you, no, this is not for women, no, you shouldn't not dream big. Because there are even some people who be like, if you dream big, you won't have a man, a husband. If you dream big, you will rule over the man. So it's not true. Because as women, we need also to empower. We need to give something to this country. We need to change something to this country. So the challenge that we face is that we are not accepted. Our ideas are not accepted in this society. But thank to God, these days there is a lot of movement of women empowerment. And also I would like to take this time to thank the First Lady of the Republic of Burundi, because she's really an example. She puts women before, she empowers women day by day. So yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
What is the message that you have for them?
Thank you very much. The message that I have to people who are just listening to me right now is move from your comfort zone and make a step. Make a step. If you are sleeping, just get up and then start to do something. If you are walking, go and make a course. If you are making a course, fly, make a step, because even now, I say it, Bill Gates is still, I wouldn't say that he's looking for money, but he's still working, you know. So there is no ending line of life. You always want to do something. Make sure that you are making a step, make sure that you are empowering, because we are not here for ourselves. We are not living for ourselves. For some people, they'll be like, when I get rich and have a family, that's all, that's over. But you need to make sure that there are some people behind that you are inspiring, because when you die or when you passed away, what kind of message do you want people to say at the grave? What kind of message do you want people to pronounce? So you need to think about all those words, and then make sure you are empowering, make sure you are having a vision, make sure you are a role model, so that even the kids that are seeing Gloire will be like, I want to be like Gloire when I grow up. So you need to be a set example and a role model to the generation to come.
Thank you very much.